It is very open, warm, and receptive to newcomers, to old-timers. It's a wonderful culture that is very accepting. One of the comments of people who come to visit is that, wow, everybody in the hallway is always so friendly. They always say hello, always greet us with care, what are we doing, and all of that. So that is a real positive for Windsor.
We had 3 criteria. One is that it be faith-based, and secondly, that it be continuing care, and third, nonprofit. And so, you know, we wouldn't even look at anything else if it didn't have at least those 3.
The fact that it's called Windsor Park is an apt description, because as you drive onto the community from North Avenue, which is our main entrance, it feels like you're driving into a place in the country that would be a park. You come in off of the road and you go in between 2 ponds. There's a large gazebo on one side of the pond, and so it feels almost like you're leaving some of the rush and busyness of western suburban Chicago and entering this different world where the pace of life is different, where people might interact with you differently. It just sets the tone for what the rest of the campus is like, what the culture here is like. It's a different place than what you just left as you turned off of the road.
So Covenant Retirement Communities really was birthed out of a vision from the Evangelical Covenant Church in 1886. And they opened the Home of Mercy. And it was in the city of Chicago. Covenant Retirement Communities today has grown to the 15 communities that it is. And one of the commitments that was made many, many years ago is that Covenant Retirement Communities would have a retirement community in every conference of the Evangelical Covenant Church. And so as individuals move in and they look at the financial security of that individual community, while that's extremely important, they also have the assurance that they have a backup from the larger organization in the event of access to funds to do new development, or in the event that that community would be challenged financially. They know that their investment in Covenant Retirement Communities is safe.
I think being part of a larger system allows our staff and our residents to benefit from people within the system who have seen things that we're seeing, who have experienced some of the challenges that we're experiencing and have developed solutions. We can go to them and talk about what this looks like at their community, what are the best practices that they've discovered. And in the changing world of healthcare, having a larger central office support network allows us to go to people who are really experts in some of the ways that healthcare is changing now and will continue to change in the future. So Windsor Park started a little over 30 years ago. And Tori Johnson, who was the founder of Youth for Christ, was the person who really spearheaded the development of Windsor Park. He had a vision to have a retirement community that was for people of faith and where faith would be an important part of their culture. Then in the late 90s, Windsor Park decided to affiliate with Covenant Retirement Communities so that we would be part of a larger system and have some of the benefits that come with being part of a larger healthcare network. So we have over 60 acres at Windsor Park. So we have large 3-story buildings that make up our independent living and catered living. Our skilled nursing and assisted living are connected to our independent living buildings. So as people move throughout the continuum here at Windsor Park, they have the ability to easily stay in touch with friends and loved ones who maybe live in other levels of living here. And then we also have an area that's the estate homes, and as you drive through the estate homes, it feels more like you're driving through a local neighborhood. We have just over 600 residents. About 400 residents live in independent living. And we have about 50 residents that live in catered living, which is a unique level of living that we have, where residents can maintain a higher level of independence but still receive some services. And then we also have an assisted living and memory support area within the campus that people can live at, and we have a skilled nursing facility with 72 beds. And then we have just over 400 people that are part of the team here at Windsor Park that provide care and services to our residents.
I think the culture it's similar and yet it's varied. You don't have to fit into one kind of a lifestyle or anything. We have people from all denominations and you can kind of pick and choose, but yet we all fit together well.
This is fabulous. One of the first days we were here, we went to a class with a world-renowned speaker right up here in the auditorium. We got our flu shots, we ate lunch with a new friend, and we got registered to vote within a period of an hour and a half or two. Right in the centrum.
Where we're situated, we're right on the edge of Carroll Stream and Wheaton. And so we're within a 10-minute drive of downtown Wheaton. And in downtown Wheaton, there are all kinds of shopping and dining opportunities, but we're close enough to the Metro and also to Chicago that we're able to go on outings to go to baseball games at Wrigley Field, or go to events at the Lyric Opera or the Chicago Symphonic Orchestra. So we have access to the city, but we're far enough away from the city that it still has a little bit of that small town feel, and downtown Wheaton feels very much like small town America. Our residents, for a discounted rate, can go to Klein Creek and enjoy golf there on a regular basis throughout the summer. We also have a partnership with the Wheaton Sports Center, and so Windsor Park residents can take advantage of the fitness opportunities that we have here, but for those who would like a fuller gym, or who would like the full offerings of a health club, have the ability to pick up a pass to go to the Wheaton Sports Center.
Oh, the dining is very good, very good. You really have a full dining room where you can be seated with friends or by yourself if you wish. There's also a bistro grill, so if you prefer hamburgers and things like that.
It's a really good staff relationship. The staff is very helpful, and yeah, I mean, you just really can't get better than some of these people.
Our common purpose at Windsor Park and throughout Covenant Retirement Communities is to create joy and peace of mind for residents and their families by providing a better way of life. And so that's a mantra that's repeated frequently at Windsor Park.
Well, I think the big thing we do here that I appreciate the most, I think, is we provide that peace of mind for the family and the resident, that they're in a safe and secure place, and they're able to go about their daily activities and not be worried about all the day-to-day stuff, their air conditioning, heating, things like that.
You know, there's a number of things that inspire me, but one of the most important things that inspires me is my relationship with God, because in my desire to please God, it really inspires me to be the best that I can be when I'm serving the residents. And I also get inspiration from the residents and families too. I've learned a lot from them in terms of about life, about the job I do.
I think it goes both ways. The residents are very concerned about the staff, as well as the staff being concerned about the residents and what's happening in your life, what can we do to help you. It goes both ways.
I agree. I mean, if we talk to people, they say, well, I'm not ready to go in there yet because I'm too young. Well, how old do you have to be?
Do it now. Do it now before any more time passes.
So it's a large place with a lot of different people that make it who it is. Both residents and team members contribute to the unique culture that Windsor Park has, and so the feel that you get when you walk into the community is really a combination of what the residents bring and what the team members bring to work every day.